Hello, welcome in. If you are new here, my name is Kinny. I am a professional psychic medium, tarot reader, singer, songwriter, professional witch, and practitioner. Okay, check out One For You Freestyle out on all streaming services now. Okay, by me, Kinny, Kinny. If you're new here, that's me. Okay, today we are going to be getting into a reading for the elements about what it is that you need to hear right now. Okay, these aren't going to be crazy long, but you know, just to go ahead and see what comes up. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button, okay, to become kinfolk with your girl. Thank you for hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new readings like this one. Yeah, thank you for hitting that hype button as well, or sharing this reading to somebody that you think this would resonate with. Okay, so and if anyone's interested in getting a personal reading done here on live, readings are $15. My list is open, and we're about to go ahead and get into it. Okay, so these are going to be elemental readings about what you. Oh. Okay, so I guess we're going to start with a collective message because I didn't even ask first, okay? So we have Grace, okay? We have the Grace card, okay, which says Osanyin, okay? So off top, this always gives me, it's not the collective may need to hold your head high with grace, okay? Y'all could definitely be kind of like reeling from something, okay, that happened, okay? Fishing could definitely be significant, or fish in general. Someone could be a pescatarian here, okay? But there's something about like holding yourself with like grace, okay? Not allowing yourself to stoop down to somebody's level, not allowing something that has like happened to you to like tarnish what it is that you got going on, okay? Collective. There might also be the need, if y'all got some shoes that are sell them or something that need to donate them, you know. But if they don't work, they don't work, okay? And also, I definitely feel like what y'all need to hear is that like you are not all the things that has like happened to you. Okay, I feel like y'all been through some betrayals, y'all been through some heaviness. It's been some shit that's been happening in y'all's lives, okay? But there's like a need for you right now, okay? Also, thank y'all for tapping the screen. It really helps. But yeah, this is also the energy of like swathing yourself in protection. Swathe is the word that I heard, okay? That also gives me, hi everybody, hi Jasmine, hi Amy. Okay, also gives me like, some of y'all, this could be like defensive magic, okay? In that manner. Protective magic, okay, but this is the idea like wearing your protection on your physical body could definitely be very helpful. Some of y'all may be working with color magic, okay, especially in your clothes, as well as like keeping your head covered, okay? As we get close, we have all this energy like popping up, okay? So collectively, what it is that y'all need to hear, okay? Ah, there is a fly. Oh my God, confirmation. Y'all could definitely have some like monitoring spirits, okay? Especially that could be a man or masculine like watching, because it came out my right ear, and also there's this man or masculine on this card right now. So a lot of y'all could have a man or masculine, especially an Aries, Scorpio, or Aquarius placement person, okay? That is very much Aries, Scorpio, or Aquarius placement person, especially a man or masculine energy person who is monitoring you or like trying to like get in your ear in some type of way, or like someone's trying to like be around you, okay? There's a need for you to hold your head up with grace. Do not stoop to somebody's level, okay? Somebody is being childish. It could be an Aries, Scorpio, or Aquarius placement man or masculine being childish, okay? And there's a need for you to be graceful. And this person really could have had you fucked up, okay? But what you need to hear, like I said, I don't know, I'm just here. I'm tapped into Archangel Michael as well. Santísima Muerte, Mother Muerte. If there are devotees that are in need of messages from you, I ask that they are sent this way. If there's stuff that you want me to communicate with them, thank you for being here. But I definitely think that there could be an Aries, Scorpio, or Aquarius placement, man or masculine, who is agitating you, okay, or who is like monitoring, okay. Also, I definitely feel as though, what y'all also need to know, Oshan from Abbott Elementary could definitely be significant for somebody, okay. Oshan's relationship with Ava is like, to me when I be watching Abbott, okay, because she's like, she be kind of mean to him, you know what I'm saying, like. And that could definitely be significant here. There could definitely have been one of those types of relationships that you had with this person, or it's just like there's like a lack of compatibility for real. You know what I'm saying? There's something about that. hear. Okay, so what the collective needs to hear before I get into the elements. Okay, Osanyan is the god of the forest, magic, power, and healing, and his herbs have the power to send away the negative forces in your life, also called Ajogun. Okay, so for one, some of y'all are in need of banishing. Okay, some of you are in need of banishing, as that fucking fly that was over here, banishing, cleansing, clearing. Okay, also thank y'all for sharing this live with somebody. Okay, oh my god, get away. I'm gonna have to kill it. Okay, but like there's something about you needing to like need for y'all to get into your nature bag, get into your herbal bag, get into your magical bag. Okay. And this could be about y'all may need to learn how to utilize herbs. Okay, there might be something there, especially if you're trying to develop like your psychic gifts and abilities. Okay, dyeing your hair or bleaching it could definitely possibly cause some like issues. Okay, I'm just a messenger. That is what I'm hearing. Some of y'all are getting like your beard trimmed up, or like your eyebrows done, or like your hair, done. You know what I'm saying? Like done. You know what I'm saying? There's something about that, especially as we get to this Aquarius eclipse, okay? Which literally is about being yourself, okay, and not giving a fuck. Okay. But yeah, there's something about you needing to kind of like allow yourself to feel good with how you look. Okay. Bruh, little got darker hair on accident, but I was told it's not. Yeah. This is that time, y'all. This is that confirmation that y'all, this might be, you may be like, dang, like, why I can't get my lashes? Or like, why is something happening with my hair? Or like, why is it? So no matter like what people have made fun of you for, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain shit that's like, that's not your fucking fault, you know what I'm saying? So no matter if you are somebody who has a disability, if you're somebody who like doesn't like the way that, okay, even if they're making it seem like you don't have any, okay? Because also, it gives me like a bird beak. What am I getting this from? Where am I getting this from? Oh my gosh, the chicken dance from Jimmy Neutron movie, y'all. Remember how they were on that planet? Okay, for some of y'all, that could be very, very significant. The Jimmy Neutron movie where they was on a planet doing the chicken dance with the aliens, okay? And Aquarius is definitely the sign of the aliens, okay? So, but it says you are a natural healer and must remember that if Osanyan has appeared in your spread today. Okay, so yes, y'all, what you need to hear is that you have gifts and abilities that you're needing to tap into. Y'all have healing gifts and abilities. Get into your herbs. Write that shit down. Okay, protect your power. Clothes. Some of y'all need to put some clothes in your shoe. Okay, that's, that could be significant for somebody. Okay, and some of y'all also, this is the idea of like getting into color magic, wearing protective clothes, you know what I'm saying? Clothes that have protection imbued in them, or like, whatever sweetness into your life, as I've heard it. But yeah, walking with a clove in each of your shoe, like I said, it opens your roads, protects you, brings good luck, dominance. I've seen people use it for like discounts and shit like that, preferential treatment. No matter what your situation may be, collective, you can connect with the magic. So yeah, some of y'all need to spend more time outside, okay? Some of y'all need to ground yourself, okay? Sometimes everything you need is right around you and there's no need to feel anxious about not having all the perfect elements. So yeah, some of y'all have not been able to like afford certain things, okay? Or maybe you haven't been able to get to certain places or get to certain things, you know what I'm saying? Or like you just feel like, oh, like I can't get my nails done, I can't get my hair done, or like I can't do this, I can't do that, you know what I'm saying? Or like I need this, I need that. And actually our margaritas could be very, very significant. Chilies could be significant, okay? Someone's birthday could definitely be significant as well. Texas is significant, especially Dallas. Okay, Houston. Okay, it could be significant. Central Texas, Austin, Killeen. Okay, and then Fort Worth could be significant as well. There's no need to feel anxious, collective out. Okay, stop freaking out. It's because you're overstimulated. You got too much going on. Okay, this card appears. Oh no, I'm hearing Sampha. Sampha could be very, very significant. Okay, Scorpio energy. Okay. I definitely feel as though a lot of y'all are going through some layer or level of like grief. Okay. And this could also have to do with like something having to do with like a parent, okay? Especially like a mom or mother figure, but just parents in general, all right? And I definitely feel like y'all are definitely wearing what happened with grace, okay? Y'all are very graceful about whatever this loss. It could just be like a passing. It's just that heaviness, and I definitely feel as though there's a need for y'all to take a second. Maybe y'all are like too focused on like social media, or too focused on how things look, how you look. You're too focused on getting your hair, your nails, your this, your that. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely feel like this Aquarius season, I very much so heard, is a odd Aquarius season if you're watching this when I post it, okay? Because there's other transits going on that are just making it more intensive, okay? So right now, this is really a heavy, no matter when you're watching this is a super heavy focus on being yourself and understanding like that it's okay for you to know you've been through what you've been through, you know? So you can create change with your thoughts first, and your actions will naturally follow. This card appears when you have been too hard on yourself. That's what you need to hear, is you've been way too hard on yourself and you deserve to take a break. Set aside some time each day to do nothing but rest. Okay, so y'all, if you keep trying to find shit to do and like it's not there, you know what I'm saying? Or like you haven't been able to get access to a certain thing, or like you haven't been able to get to a certain location, or like whatever the case may be. Location by Khalid could be significant. He's an Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. El Paso, Texas could be significant. Okay. This card with grace for all that shit. Okay. Set aside some time every day to do nothing but rest. Y'all are trying to busy yourselves. Okay. Y'all are trying way too to do with you being careful with the type of music that you're listening to. Okay, collective, y'all need to be very, very careful with the type of music that you're listening to. Okay, and also be careful. Some of y'all, this may not be the time for you to buy a guitar. I don't know. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If there's some sort of instrument you were thinking about getting, just wait. Just called Maya out. Ooh, what'd she do? I'm in her business. I definitely feel buying a guitar 5 minutes ago. Confirmation about not singing enough. Okay, not the time for the guitar, but she should definitely sing more. I need to sing more too. When it comes down to Yemoja, Starseed in reverse, y'all have not been like paying. Y'all have some sort of gifts or abilities, okay? Even if it's not just like singing, it have to do with your voice, your speaking voice, okay? The voice that people are listening to, okay? Collective, whatever the case may be. And what you need to hear is that you're not using those like God-given gifts, okay? You're not using, and then you're being hard on yourself about it, okay? You're not giving yourself grace, okay? You went through something, okay? And it definitely threw you off. All right. And that is okay. Also, somebody to be careful around bodies of water. Okay. We said fishing earlier. Be careful around natural bodies of water. It could definitely be some spirits popping up. Okay. The water spirits may be a little unsettled as we go through these shifts and changes. Okay. So, yeah. But spirits trying to communicate with you, and they're trying to co-create with you, and you're making it hard. Somebody could also be going somewhere new. They could be trying to tell you something about going somewhere new. Okay. My right foot is itching. Okay, and the message of advice for y'all, okay, about what you need to hear, you have, oh yeah, okay, protection. Okay, so some of y'all could be in ATRs, okay, African traditional religions, okay. Some of y'all could practice Ifa, okay. Some of y'all could work with the Orisha, okay. So Oya could be very, very significant. That is a closed practice, okay. So let's see what the message is. Okay, protection. But for one, I do know as much as like lightning, thunder. Okay. Okay. And to please increase your protection. That's how we started this off with. Okay. Protecting your crown, wearing protective clothing, you know what I'm saying? And kind of taking a second away from social media. Okay. Or like being as like, I'm not speaking about Oya specifically, unless that truly applies to you. And you'll know if this applies to you. That's not what I mean. But there could be a deity that is trying to communicate with you, not Oya. I'm just saying, okay? Goddess of change and transformation, Miss Red and Purple. We love to see it, okay? So there is a huge change and transformation, something that y'all have never seen before. And it had everybody up in a tizzy, Lord, because that lightning struck in front of my house. What reading was that? That was a pick a card. It was like, what do they want to say? It was something like that. I don't know. Okay, the name Marilyn is significant. Okay, but all I know is to handle that with grace. Okay, that's something about you handling the situation with grace. Okay. Okay, so Oya is the Yoruban goddess of the weather, especially in powerful storms, tornadoes, lightnings, fires, and rain, okay? So all of those things could be significant. Lightning said, you called? I was like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. So yes, y'all, confirmation for this collective. Okay, powerful storms, tornadoes, lightning, rain could be very, very significant for y'all. Oya means wind warrior goddess. She is represented by the water buffalo and would carry the spirits of the water buffalo would carry the spirits of the dead to the underworld. Clairvoyance, intuition, and psychic abilities are the lessons of this card. Okay, so yeah, y'all's gifts are going up. Y'all need to, like, y'all are healers naturally. Okay, there's a need for y'all to kind of get deeper, especially into herbalism. Okay, but like get deeper into your practice. Okay, because y'all are clairvoyant, y'all are intuitive, y'all have psychic gifts and abilities, and you're not tapping in to those things. Okay, so my advice to y'all is to get into your protective bag. Okay, confirmation. Okay. Oya urges you to listen to the winds of change, whether you are ready or not. Okay. It gives me tower vibes. Okay. Ready or not by the Fugees could be significant as well. Okay. So yeah, listen to the winds of change, whether you're ready or not. Legend states that Oya can. Okay, so there could be some sort of very necessary transformation that needs to happen for you. Okay, and Spirit is definitely doing you a favor by kind of keeping it from happening until you get yourself together. Okay, no to you when you feel the need. You feel you need to be protected. Okay, so get your protection up. This might be when you're trying to protect or establish your business, and I say there's something that y'all wanting to do. Okay, but like you're not able to do it, and there's a need for you to kind of protect yourself and kind of like duck off for a second to get yourself together. This might be when you're trying to protect or establish your business, which might be riding through some choppy waves at the moment. Okay, so yeah, some of y'all could be having some issue at work, issues with money, issues with starting a business. Okay, issues with keeping something going. Okay, remember, the storm will pass and Oya will be there to gather the pieces and help you start anew if needed. Okay, so for some of y'all, there could be some sort of tower moment that you're experiencing right now, but just know that it is for a reason. Okay, and to be okay. Okay, but that is what I have for the collective. Okay, I am finna get into the elements and pull a card for each of the elements. That as of recently, like TikTok is trying to shadow ban. Okay, my TikTok been acting real weird. Okay, real weird. Okay, so I don't know, but we definitely switching things over to YouTube because I don't know what's going on the talk. Okay, so before we get into it, and if anyone's interested in personal readings are $15 today. My list is open. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get into fire signs. Okay, so fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sag. Emphasis on the Leo and emphasis. What do fire signs need to hear right now? Okay. Fire signs, okay. Equalizer, okay. The movie The Equalizer could be significant, okay. Equalizer, highest self. Is that Denzel Washington? Is that Denzel Washington in that movie, or am I tripping? I'm just saying shit, okay. However, Capricorn energy could definitely be very, very significant, okay. Or Denzel Washington could be significant. Equalizer, and it says highest self, okay. And this came out sideways, all right. So let's see what's going on. Amy, you are first on the list, honey bun. 6 months ahead right now. Oh, 6 months ahead reading. How much, babe? Readings are 15 tonight, honey bunch. And I just got Amy's, and I'm finna put you down. Let's see. So yes, y'all. Hi, Janea. Number 83. 1983 could be very, very significant for somebody. Okay, fire signs. You know, you said 6 months ahead. I'm gonna text you. Okay, yeah. So to get into it, highest self. Okay, this is about your highest self. Okay, what you need to know is that y'all are battling between your lowest self and your highest self. Y'all are somewhere in the middle as of right now. Okay, 4th of July could be significant. Was that Cancer season energy? Okay, there's some sort of like view that you're kind of like holding on to. Okay, and like your part of you is trying to break away from it. Part of you is like holding on to it. Okay, fire signs. For like more balance into your life. Okay, the Walking Dead could be very, very significant. Highest self, when we hear this, okay, we think focus, center, direct. Need to hear is that y'all need to like focus. Okay, y'all need to center yourself. Y'all need to balance yourself, because right now y'all are dibble dabbling between being focused and unfocused, being centered and off centered. Okay, being direct and like a glistening, milky looking drip similar to honey. Okay, some of y'all, there's something that you're trying to sweeten into your life, but that's not a good idea. It's something that you're trying to do and it's not working because you're not getting it right on the inside first. You know what I'm saying? There's something that you don't need magic for, or you don't need manifestation. Like there's something that you don't need just like a positive mindset for, as much as you also need like some work. You know what I'm saying? There's something that you definitely have the capability to do, and you're kind of like, yeah, it'll work itself out, but there's something that you actually have to do. Okay. So, and as bees work together to make the precious honey, we know it is all for the queen. Okay. So bees could be very significant. Look up the spiritual meaning. There could definitely be some sort of like issue that you're having in regards to like the community. It could be coworkers. It could be people around you. Okay. Whatever the case may be, you could definitely be doing a lot of work. Okay. For a particular woman or feminine energy. We see the honeycomb pattern deep within the card and what looks like a vortex at the center. This card is an alert to get focused. Okay. What I need to hear is that y'all are off focus. Okay, or like are kind of in between. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a little, okay, y'all are in between being focused and not focused. It's time to stop manifesting and start taking action. Y'all been kind of stuck, okay, with this honey-like substance. Y'all been kind of stuck. Some of y'all also it's got to do with like substances and addictions and things like that. Some cultures believe our highest selves give the lessons we will have in life once we inhabit our human form. And changes. Okay, spiritual baths could be significant. Some of y'all could also be smoke cleansing your space, your home. Okay, whatever the case may be. But I also believe that there's something about like culture that you are misinterpreting. Okay, there could be some sort of like intolerance or misunderstanding about someone else's culture or about your own. Okay, and I feel like there's something that's kind of like not the highest vibrational, okay, but it's like not the lowest vibrational either. There's something that just shouldn't be happening, okay, energetically is what this feels like. It's like uncomfortable, and I feel like it has to do with some sort of now, at least for the next like 20 years, you know what I'm saying? So there's all this Aquarian energy in the sky, and there's like a huge like collective movement. You may want to watch the collective, okay, fire signs. There's a huge collective movement towards getting deeper into your higher self and like understanding your own personal energy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're kind of having a hard time with that, okay? A hard truth or loving accountability. So that's where we're at with it, okay? So this is about a hard truth, loving accountability. Chamomile could be very, very significant, okay? Both for like the act, like y'all could be more so worried about like good luck and making shit happen and success rather than like the aspect of like peace. You know what I'm saying? Like there's okay, so there's a hard truth coming to y'all, and there's a need for y'all to take accountability in the way that something happened, okay? And these cards right here, okay, especially that wizard card, you have your Moja Starseed. Didn't I reading because this came up during the collective reading, okay? So I definitely feel as though y'all could be really tapped into what's going on, okay, in regards to like the stars, all right? There's a need for y'all to co-create with the universe, all right? What you need to hear is balance and vision. Starseed, balance and vision. Yemoja, wizard, and gateway. Okay, so yeah, like I feel like your guides has to do with y'all being prepared and ready to work with like a hot like deity, like a different deity, or like the deity you already work with, or like your ancestors, your angels, your guides. Okay, the name Dorothy is significant. Strawberry shortcake could be significant because I just seen strawberry in a cake that came up right here. Okay, that's funny. So yeah, I just seen a slice of cake. Okay, yeah, no, I literally just seen a slice of cake and a strawberry that came up next to somebody's name that be popping up at the top. Okay, y'all. So when it comes, Mother Hecate could be very significant, and Santa Muerte. This card always reminds me of the both of them. Okay, I definitely feel as though I'm crying. No, seriously, like right next to somebody's name on the little thingy. But I definitely feel like what y'all need to hear, fire signs, the Ace of Wands. Okay, there's a need for y'all to kind of put your creativity towards the right place. Okay, do what it is that you like, got to do. Okay, because you are prepared and you are ready to go to this next level, to open up this new gate, this new portal, to have a deeper communication with like a higher power, a deity, your ancestors. Just kind of like out of balance. So there's just something that they're trying to work with you. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely trying to work with you. Y'all could definitely have brand new beginnings, okay, that are wanting to set themselves up, okay. But just be careful for like spoiling them, okay. And my advice to y'all, okay, y'all have Oshun, justice in reverse, okay. So my advice to y'all, there could be some sort of injustice. Yeah, some of y'all, I'm hearing Your Teeth in My Neck by Kali Uchis. Some of y'all could have felt like backstabbed, okay? Some of y'all could have felt like comfortable. Some of y'all, there might be some sort of like waist bead or piece of jewelry that you normally keep on that's been trying to like break or pop off, okay? On right now, okay? There's some sort of injustice, okay? It could have to do with the person who gave you that or like a memory surrounding that. I don't know, okay? But yeah, what you need to know is that there's some sort of family-based injustice that could be happening, okay? Or like maybe you're just like, the name Corinne could definitely be very, very significant. The Step Up series could be significant, okay? Yeah. And then we have Omo, okay, family. Okay. My advice to y'all, what you need to hear, there might be a need for y'all to kind of like check in with your family more, okay, or develop a better relationship with who you consider to be family. Okay. Yeah. And if there was some sort of injustice having to do with family, that is going to be balanced out as well, because like you are waking up, okay? You're waking up to gifts, okay? Things are coming and shit is starting to make more sense, okay? Shit is definitely starting to make more sense, okay? So let's see. 121. Okay, fire signs, this is my message to y'all before I get into earth signs, okay? But y'all, I will say, look at that sun and that moon across from each other. Y'all know what I'm finna say. It has to do with them fucking eclipses, okay? Especially for the because that's just what we got. Not Leo and Virgo, Leo and Sagittarius. Sorry. They don't feel aligned with me. Oh, these cards or your family. And also, y'all, it could have to do with your belief in like cards or spirituality. A lot of y'all could be having, y'all could have been experiencing some sort of injustice, your history, who you like, who you dated, who you been with, okay, how you dress, okay, if you got clothes on or not, shit like that, okay? So here's my advice to fire signs, okay? In this card, we see the next 7 generations reflected in a mirror that stands before a couple who hold a child in their arms, okay? Some of y'all, this could have to do with like a new baby coming in your family, okay? The child's spirit refracts into a multitude of future beings who have the wisdom of their ancestors, who sit on this card, who we sit with the cards today. The couple has a look of grace and confidence, okay? Y'all could definitely need to look at the collective message because the grace card came out, okay? The name grace could be significant, knowing that they can change the perception of the world, okay, with the proper vehicles of delivery. Delivery driving could be significant for y'all fire signs, okay? And I also feel as though some of y'all could end up with a car from like a family member, okay? That could be very, very significant, or like a family member could be helping you out with that, okay? And the things that you're experiencing now are going to be passed down to people in your life, like, you know, that you haven't even met yet. They haven't been born yet. You know what I'm saying? So crystals line the bottom of the mirror, okay? And we see the fruition of the future self card, okay? The sun and the moon are, okay? Omo appears when the subject of family comes up and reminds you that we are all born with the family. They may not be exactly who we wanted, but they are who we need to evolve from this human experience. So yeah, what I need to know is that there are huge like family things that are being addressed right now, okay? And holding on to some of that shit is fucking with your ability to get into your higher self, okay? Especially if there was some sort of injustice, okay, or shaming that came to you. Trust me, it's going to be balanced out. And the lessons that you're learning right now, okay, the curses that you're breaking right now are going to be passed down, okay? Seriously. Y'all are about to open into a new layer and level of communication with your guides, okay? A whole new layer and level of that shit, okay? It's just like there's a balance that wants to come for y'all, okay? Citrine could be significant. Yellow agate, yellow calcite. I don't know where that accent just came from. Also, Yemoja, Starseed. Yeah, y'all. Trust your gifts. Trust your gifts and abilities, please. Okay? Trust your gifts and abilities. Tapping that screen, hitting that like button, that subscribe, notification bell. Thank God for sharing this. Okay, if anyone's interested in getting on the list for personals, readings are $15 today. You're after Amy, and Jasmine's is off alive. Okay, but yes, so we're gonna go ahead and get into Earth signs. Okay, hello, Earth signs. Virgo. Okay, emphasis on the Virgo and emphasis on really all the earth signs are kind of like, prominent right now. Okay, to be quite. Some of y'all think that an ancestor from beyond looking for external places for the answer, and that's not the, some of y'all also may need to modify how you're writing your petitions. That could be very, very significant. Burning up petition papers could be very, very significant. Some of y'all may be sealing your spells differently. Spells. What the fuck? Where are these accents coming from? Okay, I don't know what that's about. Okay, so what earth signs need to know, okay, what you need to hear right now, you have silent retreat, solitude in reverse. Okay, the name Deshay could be significant. Okay, the name King could be significant. Okay, y'all, what I can tell, what earth signs need to know is like y'all may have been silent a little bit too long. Okay, y'all may have been a little bit too quiet too long. Okay, some of y'all have really been like to yourself. Okay, I'm hearing the song The Weekend by Mac Miller and Miguel. Okay, Capricorn energy, may he rest in peace, as well as Miguel is a Scorpio with an Aquarius moon. Okay, so you may want to watch one of those energies on their pile as well. Okay, but when it comes down to silent, I've been kind of ducked off. Okay, there's also a need for you to watch out for what it is that you say to people. The name Kyle could be significant. The name Carpenter could be significant. Okay, the name Sarah is significant. Some of y'all, y'all are just very suspicious of people, which is very earth sign coded in the first place. Maybe y'all were very suspicious of people. Okay, and it's just like a long period of time to where you were just so used to just shit happening that you just, she wasn't looking right. She wasn't looking right. Okay. So silent retreat, and remember, this is you coming out of silence, okay, and coming out of solitude. The letter S is significant. You could be releasing somebody with the name S, with the letter S in their name. Okay, the color green is super, super significant here. Some of y'all also, it may be time to take your hair out or to maintenance it. Okay, that could be very, very significant for earth signs. Okay, y'all are like literally I'm seeing like a Barbie doll being like taken out the box or like unwrapped, like the plastic. You know what I'm saying? There's something like that. There's something about you coming out of storage, okay? You may want to go get something from storage, okay? Whatever the case may be, earth signs, but there's just something about you, like, you are so shrouded in mystery, okay? And you're so, like, covered up. Y'all are very protected. That we've pulled a major arcana in this deck, okay? This is the first time we pulled a major arcana from, because we didn't pull one for fire signs, okay? And we also didn't end up pulling one for the collective either. Okay, so for earth signs, all right, this is the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, Aduro Sinsin, okay, tradition. There is like, what you need to hear is there's a need for you to switch shit up. No joke. Earth sign, your reading is pretty straight to the point. Your reading is literally about you putting yourself out. Like career, money, okay, your spirituality. There's something about the Capricorn energy. Okay, I definitely feel as though shit is going to feel very different than it was around Christmas time. Take that however it resonates, okay? Or shit, if you're close to Christmas, shit could be feeling very different by Christmas. Take it when it resonates, okay? But yeah, y'all, earth signs, you need to come about that solitude, okay? You studied enough, you did the work, okay? You did the healing, the introspection. You need to come about healing, you did the meditation, you did the be with yourself, you did the take a break, you know what I'm saying, you did the opposite social media, okay? And this is the idea of shifting tradition, changing things, trying something different, taking the robe off and putting some. Only time I disclose is when I disrobe. Never gave a fuck, never gave a damn. Yeah. Hey, bitch, I better not got you looking at my fucking man. And when I walk through, just be cool. Unless you want to see some real bitches act a fool. Because when I walk by, niggas just die. They only make them like this on the south side. Okay, do you know you're Megan? That is last week in HTX, okay? Last week in HTX by Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Very, very significant. She is a Taurus rising and she's a Capricorn Venus, okay? So those placements could be very, very significant. All right. But around like what's going on right now, what you need to hear. Hi, Houston, Texas could be very, very significant. Okay. This is also this, y'all could be like traveling, changing bed, red hammer, make your whole clique lose it. Boy, I know you want to come and kick it out in Houston. Bitch, I'm from Texas. Okay. So this is y'all getting y'all swag back. It never went the robe on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was chilling. Okay, earth signs, but what y'all need to hear is that it's time for you to come up out the box, boo. It's time for you to come up out the box, Shay. I got 2 major arcana. Y'all really need to hear this. What you need to know is that there are huge, major karmic-based changes happening. And it could literally have to do with the astrology of whenever you're watching this, okay? But if you're watching this when I post it, we have the full moon in Leo when? February 1st, okay? And by then, I have that full moon in Leo reading posted because I tried to download that shit today and it's not downloading. Take the headphones out. Try something new. Do something different. And follow your destiny, okay? Also, y'all watch out for like pregnancy. Okay? I'm just a messenger. So, my advice to y'all, okay, in terms of what y'all need to hear, be confident, y'all. This is yellow candles. This is pink candles. This is confidence. This is self-love, okay? This is putting yourself out there, okay? That full moon in Leo, this is about releasing what is stopping you from putting yourself out there, okay? You said watch out for what? Pregnancy. Watch out for producing a child this year. In the Hasabi card, a graceful woman stands with a lion arching over her head. Above her sits an infinity symbol, okay? Of her gentleness. Hasabi reminds us that having courage doesn't mean you don't feel fear, okay? It means you have confidence in your innate ability. Okay, Natija could be significant, okay? The tarot reader on here, she's one of my mutuals. Her readings are very accurate. Go check her out, okay? So, I y'all been like, you know, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Healing. But it's time for you to put yourself out there. Okay. The lion doesn't second guess its animal instincts. So this card emerges to remind you of your inner strength, earth signs. Balance must be maintained on both ends between not harming the lion or being swallowed by it. But if someone or something has upset you, take a slow walk through the pride land and hunt down what is inside you instead of attacking other prey. It takes strength to be compassionate. Okay. My advice is also to maintain a balance over your feelings and emotions when you're getting overwhelmed. Don't just be lashing out on people. Don't just be doing crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all could also be changing your hair. Okay, that could be or changing your look in some type of way, your aesthetic. If Hasabi has graced you with her presence, okay, earth signs, you are being asked to relax. Okay, put yourself out there, relax, have fun. It's okay. Like, relax. Stop moving forward with the momentum that continues to bring complaints and instead move forward with one that brings solutions. And you keep figuring out reasons why you can't do something, okay? Only you can give yourself forgiveness when it comes to someone who may have let their animal side out, okay? This could also be y'all removing a non-traditional relationship, okay? A Virgo, a Taurus, okay? You could be removing a Virgo or a Taurus. My tears be healers of my timeline. Do I feel intimidated around others as if I don't have the same lion spirit? Do I believe I am more than just a label I place on myself? So yeah, this is about self-esteem. This is about self-worth, okay? And this is about like allowing yourself to feel your feelings, okay? Because there could definitely be a person that is definitely triggering some lessons having to do with like accountability for your feelings and your emotions, okay? So come about the box, okay? And allow yourself to like feel your feelings, but like in a healthy manner, okay? So yeah, that's like signs for tapping the screen. Thank y'all for giving that thumbs up, that subscribe, okay? Leaving a comment down below, okay? Hitting that hype button. Tarot with Kinny on YouTube and at Tarot with Kinny on TikTok, okay? If anyone's interested in getting a personal reading done here on live, readings are $15 today. My list is open. There's currently one person on the list on live, one person on the list for off live, okay? But readings are $15 today. Let me know if you're interested. And we are about to go ahead and get into air signs, okay? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, okay? Emphasis on the Aquarius and emphasis on the Gemini, okay? Emphasis on the Aquarius and emphasis on the Gemini, okay? So let's see what is going on. I should have got some water. So for one, what you need to hear, air sign, you need to drink some more water, okay? Some of y'all may need to give drinking too much, okay? Some of y'all, this literally has to do with like engaging with other people too much, okay? Being around too many people, whatever the case may be. Okay, y'all need to drink some more water, take better care of yourself, hydrate yourself. That could be very, very significant. Orange calcite could also be very significant. Y'all could also be trying to figure out why you need to take a break, okay, from something like this, like a new hobby or like a new craft that you're trying to get into and it's not working. This is for a reason, okay? It's just not time yet, okay? So the card that y'all have, you have higher perception, okay, passion, higher perception and passion. You have hermetic, okay, create, okay? This all earth sign reading. I could definitely have earth sign placements, okay? And then we have bliss, okay, in reverse, trust in reverse, okay? So what I can tell y'all, what y'all need to hear right now is that y'all are having a hard time that something is worth to like try some new shit. Okay, y'all need to try some new shit. Okay, y'all's eyes could be looking different. Okay, that could be very, very significant. All right, with higher perception and passion, papayas could be significant. Okay, which gives me that girl off of Love Island. I don't know what her name is. The name of Maya, I think her name's Maya. That could be significant. Okay, yeah, someone can also be an OBGYN. Okay, obstetrics could be very, very significant. Okay, somebody could practice voodoo specifically. Okay, that is also a close practice. Okay, take resonate sleep, it doesn't. But with higher perception and passion, okay, and create, y'all need to create. Okay, y'all need to get into your vibe. Okay, and stop worrying. January 7th could have been very, very significant for y'all. Okay, air signs. Okay, so when it comes down to it, higher perception. Okay, also y'all could definitely be smoking a lot more. Okay, some of y'all could definitely be like smoking. Okay, or like, you know, just make sure that you're not like being delulu. Okay, so this is where you learn that you do have angels and they are watching over you with their compassionate eyes, y'all. Okay, so what, like just doing something because you enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Taking the joy out of something. Okay, so yeah, spirit is watching over. There could also be the idea of someone who trusts you, then might still need your help. Okay, you are great at doing this for yourself. Of the previous card, unconditional love. Okay, you are being called to help someone else with their vision when held and shared. Okay, and there are people who like are see you as a light, and you may not recognize the way that other people are perceiving you. So there might be somebody around you who is in need of your help. Okay, let me see what signs this person could be. Roll a 3 times. Cancer, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay, so yeah, what you need to know is you're being called to help someone else with their vision. When held and shared, intention can be multiplied by 3, which gives more momentum to the magnetism. Remember though, not everybody inspires them creatively, but you don't got to give everybody your secrets. Okay, you don't got to give everybody the sauce. You know what I'm saying? There's like levels to this shit. Okay, so there are definitely people that you've already come to learn. Okay, you're so creative, people want to learn how you did something or how you do something, but just information. Okay, that was my low power thingy. Just know that not everybody's supposed to have your sauce. Okay, because that's going to be draining you. All right, so make sure that you're not being too delulu. This is also working with labradorite. Okay, spirit could definitely want air signs to work with labradorite. Okay, so there's definitely something about you being psychically shielded and protected as of right now. You are being psychically shielded and protected. Okay, and you're being more open and aware to like your gift is like everything is happening in divine timing. Okay, and you kind of should be positive about how things are going. Okay, they just want you to be a little bit more positive. That's all. It's a little bit more positive. You know what I'm saying? So with hermetic, okay, y'all could also be herbalists. Y'all could also be getting deeper into like purchasing herbs. Okay, herbal mixes, your preferred methods. Okay, it says 2 dehydrated fruit squares are lined on the table. It's time to create your own medicine and experiment in the kitchen with different nootropics and plants. Okay, this can also be, please do your research. I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm just saying the edible oracle is akin to Thoth. Okay, the Thoth tarot integrate the teachings of the last lessons needed to grow. So yeah, there's definitely something that's being stopped. Okay, like I said, something isn't happening the way you want it to because there's still some lessons that you're learning about like your purpose, your vision, why you're here, your gifts and abilities. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the plants around you and take your medicine into your own hands. Okay, y'all definitely should be studying into herbalism. Okay, earth sign placements. Okay, marigold. Okay, or calendula could be very, very significant. Okay, someone here could be of Mexican descent. That could be significant. Eczema could also be significant for somebody, but there's a need for y'all to get into herbalism. Okay, look into marigold. Okay, look into labradorite. Okay, that could be very, very significant. Okay, did I miss water signs? Nope, water signs is coming up next. that like they're there watching over you. You know what I'm saying? And as of right now, you've been paused from something because you don't fully trust that. Okay. And my advice to y'all is literally the moon. Okay. So y'all are also y'all are the second group now to get a major arcana be watching. I could have watched the earth sign reading a minute ago. Okay. But we have, and also y'all definitely, this collective may not necessarily, air signs may not feel super connected to the air signs may not feel super connected to the collective reading for some reason. But when it comes down to, especially if that's your moon or you have an air moon, okay, Osupa vision, okay. So my advice about what you need to hear is y'all are like, y'all spirituality is skyrocketing, okay. Your connection to spirit is skyrocketing, okay. And there's a need for you to like come into balance, okay, with like both sides of yourself, okay. This definitely also has to do with like things seen and unseen, okay, hidden and like in plain sight, okay, shadow work, okay, and like light work, okay, whatever the case may be. And I also think that what you need to know is that things are a lot easier for you than you think, okay. These visions just kind of like come to you, okay, like the things that you're good at, okay, they kind of just like channel through yourself, okay. Here we get a long-awaited glimpse at the dark side of the moon, okay, which is a reflection of the collective memory. Osupa is the card of dreams and illuminates the inner world. Also, yeah, y'all, what you need to hear, if your dreams, you need to write them down. Spirit is trying to give you like downloads. You'll be getting dreams. That gives me the honeypot creator when she had a dream about that recipe from her ancestors, okay, and she got up and she made it. You know what I'm saying? Osupa is the card of dreams and illuminates the inner world of your fears, hopes, and feelings. The brain is very powerful and it cannot decipher the difference between when you imagine any, like making things fun, redeveloping a passion for creation, okay? Getting passionate about herbs or getting passionate about whatever you're trying to create, okay? The imagination is, the brain is very powerful and it cannot decipher the difference between when you imagine an event and when you experience it. The imagination is one of the powerful tools in your significant, okay? The name Nicole could also be very, very significant, okay? In a darkness, it is time to turn your attention within and start to work on your dream escape, okay? This is the card of the dreamer, the creative, the artist, the musician, and the free spirit. It is time to listen to the symbolism come forth in your dreams and journal, okay? So y'all need to journal. Y'all need to get into, you say your name is Sarah, period. Y'all needing to journal. Y'all needing to get into, right? It's time to ask yourself, am I ignoring my shadow self? Am I having nightmares because of unresolved issues that I keep replaying? Okay. So yeah, y'all, my advice to air signs is to understand that like the astrology of right now is definitely taking y'all through there. Okay. And there's a need for y'all to do some like reflection and to understand that shit is feeling kind of hazy right now on purpose. Okay. And to just know that like there's, I'm saying, just asking yourself like how you feel and what's like asking yourself how you feel about trusting spirit and what's stopping you from believing in things you can't see. Okay, yeah, just ask yourself what's stopping y'all from believing in shit you can't see. Okay, I have air sign my big three, but my main is water. Period. Because we're finna get into water signs. Thank y'all, air signs, for being here. Thank y'all for tapping that screen. Thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up, that subscribe button. Okay, if you're here on YouTube at tarotteawkinny. Okay, thank y'all for listening to One For You Freestyle. And I'll see y'all later. Okay, so also if anyone's interested in getting a personal reading done on live, readings are $15 here on. It'll be after Amy. Okay, so let's see what is going on. Last but not least, engage in more silence. Okay, yeah, water signs may need to like be quiet more. Okay, as soon as I said that. Yeah, as soon as I say that, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, for one, emphasis on the Pisces and emphasis on the Scorpio. Okay, so what I can tell y'all, y'all have Yemaya, resurrection. Okay, y'all have Itan, seduction, in reverse, and this is the devil card in this deck in reverse. Okay, and you have food meditation. Okay, I can. So yeah, what I can tell water signs, okay, especially as we have Yemaya here, okay, I definitely feel as though y'all could be, mind you, close practice. I definitely feel as though y'all could be getting deeper into your emotional like flow. Y'all could also be dancing a lot more. Okay, I could be dressing differently, dancing a lot more. Okay, or like kind of putting yourself in like a different flow. Y'all could feel resurrected. Okay, I could definitely feel like you're wanting to come out of like the shadow, come out of the box. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like y'all were definitely in a space where maybe things were a lot more low vibrational. Okay, especially y'all could have been really in a low place. Okay, in the last like month. Okay, some change. Y'all could have been in a low place in January and December. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a Capricorn or an Aquarius, okay, because we have that full card, okay, Capricorn, Aquarius, okay, energy here, emphasis on the Aquarius, okay. And I strongly feel like what you need to hear right now is that letting somebody go was the right decision. There was somebody that you were dealing with, okay, in like a sexual manner, like a romantic, or just even somebody who had like a cord on you. Someone could have been addicted to you. Someone could have had heavy addictions, okay, whatever the case may be. And I strongly feel like whatever this was holding you down, okay. So both I'm Aquarius and Capricorn, me too. I definitely think that this is just there was something that was holding you down, okay? And I feel like what you need to know is that you have actively, oh my gosh, this fucking fly. Like, it's really getting me. Oh. Try to kill this fly on this live. So that could be very, very significant. Y'all could have literally like actively did what you were supposed to do. Like, oh, a fly, yes, like I'm agitating in your room, okay, whatever the case may be. This is somebody who's like trying. Y'all could definitely want to go see the collective, okay. I just feel like y'all released yourself from somebody, especially if you had like financial ties and binds to this person, okay. But there's some, it says seduction in reverse. So this is just like somebody who kind of like had you like chained, okay, in some type of way. Okay, like somebody who tried to like, seduction in reverse is manipulation. Okay, this feels like someone who tried to like manipulate you or is actively trying to manipulate you. But what you need to hear is that you're being resurrected, okay? And like your positivity and your joy and everything came back once you cut this cord. Like once you like, and I feel like some of y'all are still kind of trying to hold on to that person or hold on to what's going on. Okay, so just be like careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Like choose your freedom. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow yourself to be like stuck up under somebody just because you miss them, you know what I'm saying? Or just because like, you know, because somebody as sexy as they may be, okay, they were literally like, look at this, like they were literally stealing like the joy and color like out of your life, you know what I'm saying? I feel like your connection is close practice, okay. Somebody could practice in ATRs, okay, African traditional religion. Someone could practice Ifa, okay. Someone could the need for y'all to dress differently, okay. Put yourself out there, dress the way you want to. There's something about you really putting that shit on. A small can of wreath, okay, as we saw in Agbaye, sits in her hand, okay. So yeah, I definitely feel like everything is in divine timing for y'all right now, okay. Confirmation, come on, just about jewelry. Everything is in divine timing for y'all right now. Okay, and Aquarius season could be super significant whenever you're seeing it. Not, well, mermaids and sirens are definitely different, but most people's take on mermaids are that they are definitely not the friendliest. But the oracle's sacred number is the number 7, and her sacred animal is the peacock. I could be seeing 7s, okay. 7s could be spirit trying to communicate with you, and peacocks, look up the spiritual meaning, okay. That gives me Peacock by Katy Perry, Scorpio energy. That makes sense. Nevada could be significant, okay. Period. I definitely feel like blue and white swirl around this card, okay? Blue and white swirl around this card, creating a calming and contouring energy around you. Y'all could definitely also be getting deeper into your makeup, okay? That's your life path number, period. I'm a life path 11. What's y'all's life path? Creating a calming and contouring energy around you. Yemaya is known as the mother of all living things. She aims to bring comfort and cleansing to all who encounter her, and healing for the emotional body. The peacock represents the feet, and of all birds symbolizes the traditional depiction of the phoenix, okay? Phoenix, Arizona could be significant. Phoenixes in general could be significant thus far. So yeah, the name Jamila could be significant. Jamila Bell could be significant. Okay. She's a Gemini. The peacock represents the feet and of all birds symbolizes the traditional depiction of the phoenix, the legendary bird of resurrection that rises out of its own ashes. Okay, so y'all are relationship. It could have been like a job. There was something devilish and like very cord. Okay, there's something that was draining you. Okay, yeah, y'all. Mm-hmm. It's time to take a walk by the river and remind yourself that you too can rebuild yourself when the time comes to rise. Some of y'all could be working with water, okay, or water spirits, okay. It could also have to do with like a cleansing bath, okay. Some of y'all may need to work with water in that way to like release and like remove some heaviness, okay, removing some heaviness, okay, from your life. Because what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that, you know what I'm saying? Now, I left that job, child. To deny your purpose and wish for other gifts is to deny your spiritual power and can realign you to opportunities on a lower frequency than you wanted. Stop feeding the momentum of negativity and spiral into a gratitude rampage. If Hitan has appeared to you, it is time to ask yourself, do I feel chained to someone, something, or someplace? Okay, so this is the idea of stop feeding the momentum of negativity. You have to stop giving energy. Period. Congratulations, Jay. You have to stop giving negativity to somebody. Okay, there's something that like you got your energy back, okay, after the fact, okay. And I definitely feel as though with this food meditation, it says I can. Some of y'all are definitely looking into different methods, okay, of eating, different ways of eating, okay. Some of y'all are needing to develop a healthy, like the easiest, you know what I'm saying, but like that's okay. With food meditation, 73. Take me through that. Take me through that. Some of y'all's energies are a little mixed up, crossed up. Y'all be thinking that you're feeling one type of way, and it's not. Like some of y'all be thinking like you're hungry, but like in reality, like you're bored, or like you be thinking that like you're like turned on, but in reality, like y'all are like I'm saying conduit for prosperity. Okay. Water signs, all right. I am a conduit for prosperity. I receive inspiration from the smallest acts. Okay, so yeah, what you need to do, what you need to know is that everything is literally fine. Okay, you really just have to get rid of somebody energetically. Okay, fire opal could be very, very significant for this collective. The smallest act today will ripple out, no smaller than a grape and no larger than a strawberry. Take one small bite out of it and let it sit in your mouth for 10 seconds before you chew. Okay, some of y'all definitely may have a weird relationship with food right now. Okay, that could also have to do with like the addiction, okay, or heaviness. All right. These seconds will touch beyond your taste buds and bring more awareness to how powerful your mouth is. You can create accompanied by the candy suit. Your guides may be trying to reach you about something important and you need to lighten up. Okay, so yeah, honestly and truly, like honestly, he said nothing is satisfying. Like honestly and truly, there's a need for y'all to kind of like change that. Okay, you have to be changing what it is that you eat. Okay, changing your like be mindful of who you're dealing with. Be mindful of like who and what you feed energy into, you know what I'm saying, and understand that y'all may be having y'all's wires crossed a little bit. Okay, so yeah, my advice to y'all is to not, because it was like, you know, like fun or like whatever the case may be. Okay, so this is about not being reckless, okay, not being naive, okay, and understand, being very calculated about how you go about things. Okay, you are like developing, what's that word, what is that word, developing like discipline. Discipline. I don't know why I couldn't think of discipline. 6. I could definitely be way too worried about what somebody else is going. Equilibrium works too. Period. Okay, now, okay, there might be a need for y'all to kind of like take some time of like silence. Yes, but I am going to post this. Enchantment. Here's my advice for water sign placements. Okay, celebration. Okay, there might be a need for y'all to have a little fun. The enchantment card encourages you to raise your glass, and in this glass are your plant spirit companions, transmuted into water to deliver joy, dancing, and celebration. Transmutation, the study of epigenetics that it's the environment that signals the gene, not the other way around. Okay, if our emotions are the end product of any experience in an environment, it is our emotions that turn the gene expression on and off. So especially if you feel sad and this card has come to you, water sign, toast to you and yours. Okay, so this is about making sure that you're in the right environments. Okay, this may not be the time for you to be around a bunch of people like out clubbing, partying and shit like that. Like there's something about you kind of needing a raised emotion and elevated environment and shift. Okay, ask the plant spirit of Canna to work with you, okay, through your beverages and allow her enchanting wisdom to be received. Okay, this will also have to do with like speaking over your water, speaking over stuff you drink. Okay, red clover could be significant. Also gives me totally spies. All right, and there's something about you like timeline, working with potions, bartending. Okay, all that could definitely be very, very significant. Okay, but like of course like drinking in moderation. And also knowing when to have fun, you know what I'm saying? And knowing when to kind of like have that balance. But that is what I have for water sign placements. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button, the notification bell, the hype button. Okay. Thank y'all for tapping the screen for here on TikTok. Okay. I did the collective in the beginning of this, so I am about to go ahead and get into personals. Amy is the first person on the list. I think she's the only person on the list on live. If anyone is interested in getting a personal reading done, okay, by me, y'all be after Amy. My list is open. Okay, I'm going to take a quick second to double check, and I will be Kinny on YouTube. Okay, got pick a cards and all kind of other shit. Give me one quick second while I check my problem. The rest of my readings are at tarotteawkinny on YouTube. Okay, got pick a cards and all kind of other shit. Give me one quick second while I check my list. Thank you for being here, though. So yeah, y'all, I'm about to get into personals, okay? Please take a resonate, leave a dozen, because this is for somebody specific, okay? And thank you for the tip, Amy. Let me know what your question is. But yeah, y'all, take a resonate. Very relaxing as well. I'm glad. I'd be relaxed watching readings too sometimes. Any messages? A&R, I feel like they're hiding something. They're being a little sus. Okay. Let's see. They want me to use a different deck. You may need to get a different deck or work with a different deck. You may not need to get one. There might be one that you just need to kind of... Is that the one they want? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. It's my side. Not finna apologize for my stomach, actually. That also is very significant. So, Amy, what I can say, me even saying, like, I'm not finna apologize for my stomach, there's something here about, like, body issues, body dysmorphia could be significant. Okay, I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. Party A feel bodily self-conscious about themselves, like when they look at you. That has nothing to do with you. Archangel Raphael, Divine Archangel, thank you for being here. In regards to A&R, not why she's so, you never know. Any messages? What does she need to know in regards to A and R? This came out for A. That's that Four of Wands, okay? The idea of the home, domestic happiness, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, living situation. This is the Four of Wands, okay? So what you need to know is the Empress, okay? Your living situation is still going to, like, continue, okay? But that Empress, like, still, there's still that aspect of, like, feeling like you're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just... So yeah, it's also the idea of like trying to keep a happy home. Okay, with R, that could be very, very significant. Okay, it says completion and celebration. Okay, there definitely could have been some sort of cycle that's like starting to close off in regards to them. Okay, but completion and celebration. Done it. The Four of Wands is a card of completion. Your labors have been steady and strong, and the harvest will be plentiful. In other words, it's time to party. There could be some sort of birthday party or celebration or event that one of them tries to invite you to. Affirmation came up, says, "I'm creating my own love." Well, my own love just came up at the top. So they're back to still telling you that this is something that you should probably stay out of. Okay, but in regards to this is something about them trying to mend their relationship. Bless you. There might be an upcoming event to mark this occasion, a graduation, a wedding, or a celebration of some kind. They could be about to celebrate something and kind of keeping it to themselves. Someone could be, oh, girl, somebody could be pregnant, or there could be someone around them. Like someone could become a grandparent, someone could be a parent. Okay, with that Empress, that could be very, very significant as well. Okay, so a graduation, a wedding, a celebration of some kind. That Empress has to literally do with like motherhood. Okay, so this is that Libra, Taurus, and in this case Aquarius energy. Okay, Libra, Taurus, Aquarius energy is very, very significant here. Or an Aries, Venus could also be significant here. But with that, someone could be pregnant. Okay, or like trying, they could be starting to try. Okay, but this still feels like there's a negative aspect, because I know what I told you in the last reading, and I still feel that way. So this is one of those things to where somebody thinks something's gonna fix the marriage, okay, or fix something, like let's adopt the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this, let's do that. You know, she has an Aries Venus. Yup, that's what this Four of Wands is, the Aries Venus card. So creation, nature, the mother. Venus is in Aquarius right now too, so that's the aspect of like distance, you know. Creation, nature, and the mother, quite literally. So in terms of what you need to know about them is that they literally could be trying for a baby. Okay, they could be trying to start something new, okay, or trying to like adopt or something like that. The Empress is the mother, and I know that he's older, but like men don't stop producing sperm. You know what I'm saying? The Empress is the mother or the goddess of the tarot. Her energy encompasses all that is warm, fertile. That's also even me reaching across and being like my side. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, I do not be out here predicting like pregnancies and stuff like that. That's definitely not start this, and that. That's what this feels like, okay? Her energy encompasses all that is warm, fertile, creative, and sensual in the world. Her strength comes from being gentle and compassionate and loving without binding. Either a maternal relationship in your life or the side of yourself that wants to love more. The Empress also suggests it's time for you to reconnect with nature. Go outside tonight and find the moon. The moon is in Gemini. So this could definitely have to do with just like, there's other things to focus on is what this is giving. They want you to find, they're telling you to find your own love in the situation, because he's, guess what? Father of Pentacles in Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, man or masculine. So she might be in this Empress vibe and everything's solid and cool, okay, or something of that nature, like isn't really happy like that, or like someone who's not in the position for that, because there's something that someone is not recognizing at the back of that. What you need to know is something has not been revealed. Okay, somebody's still in that rat-like energy, and there's still some foolishness to come from that. There's still some communication. You'll hear about this soon. These next couple of years about them, their relationship, that's very significant around like May. Okay, that's very, very significant. Not giving lots of distance. I would too, because he's saying the sun in reverse, girl, that eclipse, that solar eclipse in Aquarius, the sun in reverse, February 17th. Okay, just know that all this is in divine timing. All of this is happening because of the eclipse. So there's some shit that ain't never happened before that's happening now. You know what I'm saying? So my advice for you is like, it's a bittersweet situation. As a Leo stelly, yeah, this is that, mind you, and we have the full moon in Leo happening on February 1st. So I'm telling you, this February is finna just be like messy in regards to them. It's about to be a whole bunch of shit like having to do with like humanity. Like, you're gonna be completely fine. You know what I'm saying? Let me go find something safe. Yes, because this also has to do with fertility too. The sun. It says vitality and enlightenment, but in reverse, okay? There could definitely be something that's just kind of like draining. Daughter of Pentacles, okay? They want you to be the Page of Pentacles and worry about you, okay? Because they got some conflict and some foolishness, okay? That's that Pluto Aquarius card. My advice to you is, it says forgiveness. It says the word judgment. She also could have like at some point in time like been judging you. We talked about this though. The word judgment conjures up fear and guilt in many people. This card, however, concerns itself with another aspect of this world, okay? Seeking the truth. No more blaming yourself or others. No more excuses. Now is the time for forgiveness and personal freedom. This card asks you to rise up and let pettiness and fear fall below you. And that has to do with them. So let any of their pettiness, their fears, their foolishness be below you. Expand your wings and be reborn. Okay, what a relief it would be. So yeah, this is like something that you're just like rising above, rising past. And they want you to focus more on like your newbie diet. Okay, less cream cheese on something could be significant. That's so specific. Or like less dairy. I just heard cream cheese. It could be sour cream or like cottage cheese. I don't know, girl. But I just heard like there's a need for you to kind of get your daily booty. Okay, so Mm-hmm. 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 But that's what I have for you, Amy. I serve a connection between mine and Amy's guides. Yeah, they're telling you be responsible, kind, and supportive from a distance. You're welcome. I serve a connection between mine and Amy's energy. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for these messages. If anyone's interested in getting a reading done, readings are $15. My list is open. I'm going to pull one final card for the collective before I hop up off of here. So yeah, y'all go ahead and let me know. Okay. Next 24 hours for the collective. One card, please. Next 24 hours for the collective. Oh, Lord. Okay. That's several cards. You may not have recognized that somebody had you fucked up, okay? But other than the next 24 hours, like, I definitely feel as though it's going to be okay, okay? Yeah, there might be some sort of conflict, okay? In some sort of, like, plan that you had. Recognize what happened, okay? Because there could definitely be somebody pissing you off over the next 24 hours, okay? There could definitely be somebody who has you kind of like fucked up and you don't really recognize that somebody is like moving like that, okay? Especially like while you're trying to like do something fun or creative, okay? Somebody could have you fucked up, okay? I don't know, okay? I'm just a messenger, especially if this person is an Aries, Leo, Sag, placement, man, or masculine, okay? So, yeah. Creative process, okay? This kind of gives me someone whose creative process is draining, like it drains them and it drains you, okay? The Father of Wands is normally a man, okay, or like they try hard to be edgy. Others are drawn to him naturally and he welcomes them with an open and loving heart. This could definitely be somebody who's like overbearing or like somebody who got hoes or like they love attention, okay? Usually you'll find him involved in the healing arts, okay? Or this could be somebody who just thinks that they're very helpful, deeply compassionate and in tune with life and nature, able to hold steady and still during a conflict. But this is somebody who's like shaky and they're just like, they could be like hyper aggressive, okay? Or someone can even be like childish, okay? Or argumentative in general. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, placement, man. With that being said, I've fucked with y'all a long way. Oh, yeah. There could definitely be something. Six of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's holding on to something, okay? Aries, Leo, Sag, man, or masculine. Finna get on your nerves. Next 24 hours. With that being said, I've fucked with y'all a long way.